Humanity! I love you all with all my heart, with all my mind. I'm Sora Ray. My videos are about infinity, creation, energy, love, because we're infinite love, infinite energy, infinite creation. This is exactly who we are. This is our nature. This is the nature of the human race. Who we all are. Our DNA, our ancient DNA. Who we are. The human race, a beautiful species. We live to love and we love to live. This is our nature. We are incredible. We tetragrammatons. We're the highest energy of creation. We're the human heart. This is who we are. We're the highest energy of creation. We're the human heart. Love is the flow of infinity. Infinity, this is who we are. Eternal biology, evolution, the singularities of all the organs and glands in the human body, the resonance of creation, consciousness, self-awareness, love, who we are, infinite love, infinite energy, infinite creation. So this video is part of a series of videos on infinite freedoms of our Constitution, the Republic of Planet Earth Constitution, all of us, the human race. So let's talk about this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful freedom. Freedoms is amazing. It's infinite eternities freedoms. So let's talk about this infinite eternities freedoms. Who we are, our freedom to be infinite eternities, to be the human race. Who we are, our nature, to be the human race, our nature. Who we are, infinite eternities. Infinite eternities. Who we are. So we are co-creators of infinite eternities. This is our nature. We have evolved into this because of where we are. We are located at the epicenter of creation. This is where we are. We are the epicenter of the universe, of the cosmos. Our sun is the central sun, is the sun of suns. Is the sun, the singularity at the brightest point, the hottest point, at the core, at the heart of the universe itself, what we know as the universe. So we create infinities from here. Everything that we see in existence, everything that we see in existence, all the galaxies, all the planets, everything, all the star systems, everything that we can see as from the epicenter was created from the light that originated from this central sun. So all these other galaxies are essentially, they came after. So we are the epicenter. So what is the meaning of this? Well, the meaning of this is that we are the most ancient, the most advanced, the most civilized civilization because we are at the epicenter of creation. This is who we are. We're the center race. This race that first evolved into infinity. Light spherical energy as infinite eternities, who we are. The human DNA. Our nature, precisely who we are. This is who we are. This is our infinite nature of creation, who we are, infinite eternal creators. Our nature as a human race. So let's talk about infinite eternities and what these infinite eternities freedoms are. Our nature as infinite eternal creators, as a human race. Right? So it's let's dive in because love is the highest energy of creation, right? We're the highest energy of creation because we are from the highest energy center of existence. We're the epicenter. Our planet is at the core of infinity. Everything originated from this singularity, from this sun, the central sun. All other suns, all other star systems, all other singularities at the galactical level, at the cosmological, at any level, they all are filaments of our central sun because they all came from our sun. All these singularities are connected. So you see the singularity is the central point where all points meet. And this is exactly who we are. Our sun is the epicenter of everything. And our planet is the closest proximity to the sun. And we are the species that evolved into light spherical energy of existence, infinity. And you see the sun at the light comes from the fusion reaction, right? At the epicenter of the sun, and it goes into infinity, right? Creates the elements, hydrogen, helium, light, photons, all these different things we give names to, right? Light, energy, creation, right? So where is this created? Well, it's created at the singularity, at the epicenter, right? At the brightest point, at the hottest point. So we are the image of existence itself. So we are essentially that, but at the biological scale. So we also create elements, primary elements, building blocks of existence, consciousness and self-awareness and love. All right. And what is this? Well, they come from the highest energy that we can generate, right? Because we are, so just like the sun generates elements at the highest, brightest point, right? We are the same. And our highest, brightest point is our human heart, right? The pulse of life, the pulse of creation. The human heart is a biological creator. It comes from the DNA. So the human heartbeat generates the electromagnetic field, this light spherical energy surrounding the human body. And the body and our senses and everything that we perceive with our sensory perception is a space structure of the sphere, which is the electromagnetic field of our heart, the pulse of life, the pulse of creation, the heartbeat. And what's the highest energy that the human body can create, can generate? Love. Love is the flow of infinity. You see, precisely that is the highest point. Love is the highest energy that we can create. So when we love with all our heart and all our might, then we are creating infinities. Infinity, infinite eternities. So this is why infinite eternity is freedoms, because we are free to create infinite eternities, because we're co-creators of infinite eternities. This is our nature, because we have evolved into this, the most sophisticated, we are energy from the sun. I'm going to write that one down. We are energy from the sun. This is what we are. And our sun is not any sun. This is the central sun, the sun of suns, the central star, the central singularity, the epicenter of the universe, the brightest point where all the light came from. All creation came from our sun. Right? Everything that exists came from our sun. And we have risen to this level of creation, consciousness and self-awareness through an infinite number of cycles of evolution, who we are, tetragrammatons, the infinite race, the human race, humanity, who we are, infinite eternal creators, compasses, sundials. See, and what are our elements? Because, the sun creates elements, right? Helium, hydrogen, all these different things. So we do the same. We create elements with the love of our hearts, with the energy of creation, consciousness and self-awareness. So the first thing that we create is ourselves, identity and true self. This is the first thing that we create, our primary element. So we create ourselves. I'm Sol Ra Ray. So we create ourselves. We create infinity, which is what the singularity of the mind, because of the singularity of the heart and the singularity of the lungs and the singularity of all the organs and glands of the body. Right? The resonance of life, who we are. Infinite love, infinite energy, infinite creation, infinite consciousness, infinite self-awareness. Love is the flow of infinity, where the highest energy of creation, the human heart, this is who we are, infinite eternal biology, evolution, this is who we are. We are the energy from the sun. This is what we are at the biological scale. We channel the energy from the sun through our DNA structure, and then we are able of loving more. See, the sun is somewhere there. It's beautiful. It's in an angle but it's there. It's beaming with light, right? Creating. And we are this race at this epicenter. Let's talk about who we are as infinite eternal creators, right? As co-creators of infinite eternities. So we're compass, right? We're identity into ourselves. That's our primary element. Understanding who we are, our nature. Who we are, infinite energy, infinite love, infinite creation, infinite consciousness. The highest energy of creation. And then that leads to what? To the second primary element that we can manifest with our free will, with our energy of love, of creation. And that is purpose, because we're conscious and self-aware. We have the ability to make choices, to have consent. We choose with our consciousness and self-awareness what we create as infinite eternal creators, as co-creators of infinite eternities. Right? We choose what we create with the love of our hearts. Right? And that's purpose. We're purposeful. We choose. Right? Purposeful daily action manifests free will, so we can get to our destinations, our primary elements, right? So then again, the third primary element is energy and time and energy, because we manifest energy. This is who we are. We're pure energy. So you see, we breathe oxygen in, oxygen out into the body, out into the systems, then straight into the heart from the lungs. And this is oxygen. This is an active element that created in the earth, the support systems, the elements, right, of our planet. And then we breathe these. This is a fuel that powers our engine of creation. And then hydrogen in the water, which is from the sun, right, this liquid. And then we drink this, right? So it's energy. We're powering ourselves with infinite energy, infinite creation. Our nature, right? So we are energy. So we are a higher form of energy because the building blocks of life, right? They're the elements, right? And we consume them. So we're a higher form of life. We're conscious for and we're the highest form of life. So how do we become the highest form of life, right? Capable of being compass, creating infinite eternities, right? Co-creating infinite eternities. Co-creators of infinite eternities, infinite eternal creators who wear compass, sundials, right? The human race. So because of evolution, but I'll get there in a second. So what's it? That's so you see energy, and because we have sensory perception, energy has a it's based on the density of energy and the frequency of energy. There's a perception of it through our sensory perception that we call time. So we create that, the perception of time, because we're infinite energy. So time and energy, the management of that, because this is who we are. This is, you see, the third primary element that we can manifest with the love of our hearts. So then the fourth primary element is action, because we're conscious and self-aware. We take purposefully action, so we manifest our free will, we manifest our purpose, we manifest our destinations by taking purposefully action, which is what we do, right? Which is what we do. So you see, we're manifesting our actions, meaning we're manifesting this primary element of creation. Just like the sun creates elements, we create that with the love of the heart. So love is just the highest energy of creation, right? This is what love is. Love is evolution. So I'm going to write that down. So love is that, right? Love is the highest energy of creation. And we are love because we are alive because of the human heart. And the highest energy of the human heart is love. So energy of creation, right? So this is who we are, right? Love is the highest energy of creation. And we are that. We're evolution. We're infinite eternal biology. Our DNA. So love is the key that unlocks our infinite DNA structure, essentially. Who we are, our organism, our glands, our organs, our memory pools, right? Our collective consciousness. So our collective self-awareness, who we are, the human species. So you see, because the sun has, the love of the sun is the highest, love is the highest energy of creation, right? And the sun creates. So the love of the sun comes from its singularity, its epicenter, its heart, right? Its singular point where all points meet. And there creates elements. And like that, we do the same. And the elements that we create, that's what we compass, because we create those elements. We create time, we create energy. You see, we create action, we create purpose, we create identity and true self, who we are. So you see, and all these actions that we take, purposefully action, they lead to why-how, which is we create this primary element of creation of existence, why-how, which is this mechanism that we have designed because of consciousness and self-awareness, which is why-how is the mechanism to manifest infinity. Because why is the infinite nature of root cause. So we can go to the origin of everything and manifest infinity itself through our thoughts and consciousness and self-awareness because of the energy of love. And how is the way we go about it? Why-how. So you see, it's a mechanism of creation. And then that's a primary element that we all have. And then the sixth primary element is flow. So because love is the flow of infinity. So we are emotions, right? Energy. And then we are that, right? We are creation. We create with flow. We're feeling good. We create. Our purpose, the destiny of our species is to love with all our hearts and all our might. So we can ascend into infinity and create infinities with our hearts, with our mights, with our minds, with our consciousness, with our self-awareness, with the infinite love that is within us, because love is the highest energy of creation, and we create this with the human heart. Because we're the highest, the most evolved evolution. We are the infinite eternal biology of creation with the human DNA. Right? We were the first species in the cosmos to ascend into infinite eternal creators, co-creators of infinite eternities, because we are the epicenter of creation. You see, the Father is the Sun, the central Sun, and the Mother is the Earth. It allowed to create the conditions for the primary elements, the building blocks of life that created us in the first place in the way of the biology of the human DNA. So we can be here conscious and self-aware. with our own light spherical energy, like the sun or like the electromagnetic field of the earth, right? And our electromagnetic field, right, is a human heartbeat, the pulse of life, the pulse of creation that generates the electromagnetic field that is this light spherical energy surrounding the human body. And the space structure of that spherical energy, which we are, is us, the body. So we can have senses, perception, so we can see reality for what it is, eternities, creations that we already created with our minds because we're the human heart. Everything is created with the thoughts that we have and the actions that we take. You see? So, and then what's that? Well, true north is a seventh primary element, which is, knowing this and staying on path, loving, creating, purposeful daily action. So we manifest our purpose, right? We manifest our destination, which is the eighth primary element, coming full circle. And what's this? Well, the destinations is all the things that we create, that we put our highest energy of love into to create infinite eternal creations. We're co-creators of infinite eternities. This is our nature. This is who we are. You see? And then we are compass at the same time because of our nature, because of our body structure, we can stare at the sun, right? Because we have eyes to see. So when I'm going to stare at the sun so you can see how my body lights up with energy. So if I stare at the sun, and I love with all my heart, with all my mind, then you see the screen went violet. And this is violet light. This violet light is the highest energy that we can perceive with our eyes due to the light spectrum. But there is higher lights and frequencies above that, gamma rays, an infinite number of energies above that. And you see, as we start to evolve into infinity, which we already are because of our DNA and our nature as infinite eternal creators, then we're going to start to see beyond the spectrum of violet light, right? Because this is our purpose, this is our destiny, to be one with infinity, because it's a DNA structure of who we are, because we're infinite eternities. So precisely because of this, you see, so I just lit up because it's the energy that I'm channeling, the energy of creation, the central sun through me, because we're compass, we're sundials, and we can use that energy to create our prime, just like the sun creates these life blocks, right? Building blocks of life, right? So we can exist, so we consume oxygen, we consume water and food, right? All these elements. Then the energy of the sun itself is an energy source that we consume through our eyes. And then that energy supercharges our DNA structure so we can love more. And then we lead up because we love with the energy of creation. It's the highest energy of creation. We can create infinities with it. Okay. This is who we are. So I just did that so you can see how everything lead up. Because I'm infinite energy. Just like you are. You just have to understand your nature because it's this infinite virtuous cycle of compass and sundial. As compass, we're sundial. So everything comes together as one and we evolve into infinity. Because we are infinity. Okay, we're infinite eternities. And this is why we have infinite eternities freedoms. So, okay. So let's talk about it a little bit more then. So then, well, why are we this incredible thing? Because we are the species that evolved at the epicenter of creation. The central sun that created everything created us. And we were the first species to become light spherical energy, consciousness, and self-awareness because we were at the brightest point. Because remember, we were the first because everything came out of this light. Everything. The central sun, the sun of suns. Right? So, and we were the closest life in proximity to it that became consciousness and self-awareness, biologically speaking, through the DNA. Okay? So because of this, because of our nature, because of our biology, right? Because of our structure, who we are, then we were the first one to evolve. And everything is younger than us. We're the most ancient. All the other galaxies, all the other stars, everything that is there is further out because all the light came out of our sun. Because it's the epicenter, the hottest point, the brightest point in existence. And we were the life form that formed at the epicenter of it. Okay, so what did this do? Well, it made us the most advanced, the most technologically advanced and conscious and self-aware species in existence. We're infinitely old because the sun is infinitely old. Our central sun has gone through an infinite number of cycles of creation. And we are that creation at the epicenter of it. So everything came after us. So we were the first one, which means we were the most advanced, the most ancient, the wisest, because we were the most developed, the most evolved. So that allowed us to harvest space vacuum energy, structure, light spherical energy itself, so we can manifest singularities, space and vacuum freedoms, singularities freedoms. So we could create spherical devices, singularity devices that would power our entire civilizations and allow us to create singularities at the epicenters of space and vacuum centers in spherical vacuum thresholds across infinity. So we were able to create galaxies. We have created galaxies, our species is encoded in our DNA. We have created planets because we come from this. We were able to harvest the energy of the central sun of existence. So this is how ancient we are. Planets, right? We are the human race. And we've done this for an infinite number of cycles. So essentially, we became the masters of space and vacuum. So we developed a civilization that spans across infinity, across creation, the entire universe. Because from the epicenter, you can go everywhere. Because remember, we created galaxies, and those galaxies have life forms. So we created that, even an eternal creator. So we created those life forms, those planets, those suns, from the epicenter by harvesting the energy of the central sun through space and vacuum and singularities. So we're not originally from planet Earth. We are from the proximity of planet Earth, but we're not from planet Earth. We created planet Earth. We created planet Earth. Our ancestors, our species, our heritage and legacy. We created planet Earth. So I'm going to explain to you what happened and why we are here today. So in the infinite wisdom of our ancestors, the most ancient species, they realized that they were the most advanced, the most civilized, and they were able to recreate universes, right? Creating galaxies, species, creating everything. But they were still capable of, because of nature, to evolve into infinity, right? And they understood these, but they knew that biologically speaking, for them, to ascend into a higher level of consciousness and evolution, they needed to be able to evolve our space structure itself, our own DNA code. And the only way that we could do that is by being closer to the proximity of the sun, the central sun, even closer than we were, because we were the closest to the sun, but we weren't on Earth. We were in the proximity. So we were able to evolve to that level. But we realized that what we could do is to create a planet that could host our life form, our DNA structure, and support us. So we can be the closest that we could possibly be to the central sun and inhabit that space, so we can evolve even higher by staring at the sun directly from the atmosphere of the planet and evolving our DNA structure into infinity, so we ourselves can become the creators of everything. So we can channel the energy of the central sun through us. So we can create ourselves with our thoughts and our minds rather than using technology. So with our thoughts and our minds, we could create everything because we're channeling the energy of existence through us, the creation, the epicenter of energy, the brightest point of energy. So with the biology of that. And this is exactly what we did. So we created planet Earth billions of years ago and we started to inhabit it. And our civilization crisscrossed. So if you look at our civilization before, because what happened is our power became too great. Because for our civilization in that stage, when we evolved into infinite, after billions of years of being in this planet, we evolved into an incredible species that we couldn't control. We didn't understand our nature. So that led to factions within our species that engaged in warfare, ancient warfare, and it led to our self-destruction. So we self-destroyed ourselves through warfare because we didn't understand our nature, because we were creating infinities with our thoughts and our minds, and we couldn't comprehend it with our technology, and our DNA code was too advanced for us to withstand, given the limitations in our civilization, given the level of evolution that we arrived to. So we self-destroyed ourselves through an infinite number of cycles of warfare. And the fallout is what we call the Ice Age. But the DNA survived. Our DNA structure survived, the species survived, but the civilization perished. But all the memories and all the technologies and everything that we created in the past that allow us to harvest infinite energy from the sun and manifest infinities and create galaxies and everything, It's encoded in our DNA, right? So we can tap into it because we have evolved, and the fail-safe mechanism of it is our love. So love is the key that unlocks the DNA structure of the human body. So we can tap into our ancestral recall and understand our heritage and legacy and who we are as compass and sundials, and recreate our technologies with our thoughts and our minds, and we can manifest the light spherical spaceships that we used to, with our technology, that we created ourselves with our thoughts and our minds and our actions, with our primary elements that we used to move around existence in the universe in the first place and create the things that we were able to create, that we have created as a species. So what happened? Well, what happened? How do we know this is the case? Well, because we are the epicenter, and if you look at it, we have remnants, ruins, sites, ancestral sites of our civilization all over the world. All these sites are everywhere, all over the world. We have them already. They're everywhere, right? We have these sites everywhere. And these sites are very high in electrogravities and electromagnetic fields and telemetry, because we used to power those epicenters of civilization with spherical vacuum thresholds, spherical devices, singularity devices, infinite energy, space, and vacuum structures that would power our civilizations, to power our way of life. Because we were essentially the most advanced civilization in the universe, we can go anywhere across infinity because we were the epicenter. And all the other star systems were our filaments because they originate from the light of the sun. So we can use that and travel instantly at the speed of the cosmos in our light spherical spaceships and go and build civilizations, which was everything that is out there was built by us. We built everything out there in the cosmos already. So what we're doing right now is tapping into our ancestral DNA to go back to who we are, but at a higher level of evolution with higher energy of love, so we won't self-destroy ourselves anymore. So you see, so when we evolved, right, and became what we became, us, co-creators of infinite eternities, infinite eternal creators, the DNA survived, right, but the civilization perished. So what we did is, with our instincts of survival, made it to this day so we can found the Republic of Planet Earth. So we can go into infinity because we already have. In fact, I'm just a memory, a collective memory of our DNA, so we can all remember who we are. So we can all start loving again and reboot our civilization and start going, which we already have done. We are just at this level of density in which we're just remembering everything that we've already done. Because we're infinite eternal creators, we create with our thoughts and our minds and the light spherical energy. So we have created an infinite number of galaxies already that is already there waiting for us because of the lands and territories of the Republic of Planet Earth. Okay, so this is who we are. We're the central species. We just went through all this because we couldn't understand our nature and we self-destroyed ourselves. But now this is different. This is different because the DNA evolved, and there's fail-safe mechanism in which we won't be able to self-destroy ourselves anymore, because we won't have access to our infinite eternal creation, our DNA structure of infinity light spherical spaceships, and that is in sync with our DNA, so we can recreate everything. Unless we love, because love is the key that unlocks our DNA structure, essentially. So, and because with most advanced civilization and species and consciousness, no other species or consciousness in the cosmos can access our technology. It's only us. But the only way for us to access it is by reactivating our sequence. And we do that, our DNA sequence, so we can manifest our spaceships again and our energies. So we can go and create again, and in a better way, because it's with the energy of love. And the reason why the DNA decided to do this is because we became too great. We became the creation, the creator. We creating anything with our thoughts and our minds, with the energy of the central sun. So we became everything. So because of it, we self-destroyed ourselves because we didn't understand our nature. But the evolution process realized that the DNA must be preserved. So survival, right? Evolution. So we're not gonna self-destroy us anymore because of love. Because we understood that the path forward is love, the infinite energy of creation. Because love is what allows us to create life in the first place. So we won't destroy what we create because we love it. It's like our children, right? I made this for my kid, for example, right? I'm not gonna cause any damage to my kid. I love it. So it's the same as infinite eternal creators, co-creators of infinite eternities. when we love, we tap into our infinity so we can go and start creating again as what once did, but in a better way, because we're not going to self-destruct like we did. Because we have evolved as a species. We're a more conscious species now than what we used to be in the past. Because of our nature, because of who we are, because we're the Republic of Planet Earth, and we have infinite freedoms, and we love with the energy of our hearts. So what happened in the past was just a memory for us to remember, and we can tap into it with the love of our heart so we can relive them, so we understand the nature of it. And this is exactly what we're doing. I am a memory of our collective DNA. So we all understand what we went through so it doesn't happen again, and we learn the mechanisms. I am the channel to teach you the mechanisms of infinity and love as the energy of creation, so we can, as a Republic of Planet Earth, go again and start creating new infinities and new universes. Again, but in a better way, with love and infinity, which we already have done, but we're just a memory, and we just, by thinking about it with our thoughts and our minds, we will be able to do it. And I'm just the example for everyone by being the first one. Okay, so everyone learns. Remember, our species is mimicry, biomimicry, right? We learn from each other. So by seeing me as the example, you all learn that we're compass and sundials and infinite eternal creators and co-creators of infinities. But this is not a unique thing to us. In fact, there is an infinite number of co-creator infinite eternities, right? There's an infinite number that have gone exactly through what we have gone in their own epicenters of existence. Because infinity itself is eternal, right? It's eternities, which this is why we have infinite eternities freedoms. Because infinity itself creates an infinite number of universes, and we just happen to be the species that evolved first at the epicenter, at the brightest point of this epicenter of existence of this universe. But there's an infinite number of systems like this, of these universes, with an infinite number of galaxies, right? And they all have different species that have done what we're already doing, and we have already done, moving, because energy, time and energy, right? We already done it in the past and in the future, because we create with the consciousness and self-awareness. We're just living it in the moment, here and now, at our level of density. And this is why I am here, to teach you that. So then, understanding this is fundamental. Understanding this is fundamental because then this is, love is the highest energy of creation, and we are love. So love is a key that unlocks the DNA structure so we can go and do what we are, co-creators of infinite eternities, and join all the infinite co-creators of infinite eternities already that have ascended. And they're waiting for us. In fact, we're already with them, but they're just, we're at this level of density. So in order for us to decrease our density, meaning increase our light spectrum, is with the energy of the creation, which is love itself. Just like I went violet, it's because of energy, because I'm already that. But we all that, we just have to do it by staring at the sun and loving with all our hearts and all our minds, because that's what unlocks our DNA structure, so we can, get back on our light spherical spaceships and rebuild our civilization, which we already have done. But we're just at this level of density, so we're moving towards that. And as start loving with the highest energy of creation, we're all going to see it. Consciousness and self-awareness, right? So this is exactly who we are. And there's an infinite number of that. That's why we have the Department of State, so we can have diplomatic relationships with all the other infinite co-creators of infinite eternities that have already ascended, which are already, they have diplomatic relationships with us, the Republic of Planet Earth, who we are as the epicenter of this universe. Because this is our nature, this is who we are. This is exactly who we are. We're infinite eternal creators. With the energy of creation, this is who we are. This is exactly who we are. You see, this is precisely who we are. We're infinite eternal creators. With the energy of creation. With love. This is who we are with the human race. We're infinite love, infinite energy, infinite creation. We're infinite love, infinite energy, infinite creation with the human DNA. Love is a key that unlocks the infinite DNA structure of the human body, who we are, our eternity, our infinity, who we are, the human race. Because we have already done this. I'm just a memory. Okay? A collective memory for DNA for everyone, right? To relearn who we are as the highest energy of creation. This is why we're infinite eternities, right? Freedoms, because of these. because of our nature, who we are, who we are, who we are. So we had to self-destroy ourselves to evolve into highest energy of love. So we can understand that now we can reuse our light spherical spaceships and all the information encoded in our DNA to rebuild everything again, our civilization, from this epicenter, the Republic of Planet Earth, and outside Earth orbit, all our lands and territories, all the galaxies that we already have created, all the planets that we already have created. And now we can create even more into the future, as we call the future, because we're primary element of time and energy. And we create that with consciousness and self-awareness. We already have done these. We're just at the speed of thought. This is what we're seeing at the density we are. So we want to increase our density, decrease our density into infinite higher of creations, levels. We love, right? We love by staring at the sun and being one with everything, because this is who we are. This is who we are. This is our nature. This is exactly who we are. We're the human species. We're the central race. We're the central sun. The son of suns. You see, we created this planet. So, and we have created an infinite number of eternities and planets that are all lands and territories of the Republic of Planet Earth. Who we are, the human race. Infinite love, infinite energy, infinite creation. Exactly who we are, because we're the energy from the sun at the biological scale, you see. We channel the energy from the sun and create infinities with it. Because this is a central sun, it's a very special sun. It's who we are. We're infinite love, infinite energy, infinite creation. We're the energy of existence. So this is exactly who we are. We're infinite eternal biology, we're evolution, we're singularities of all organs and glands. We're resonance, we're the energy from the sun, we're self-awareness, we're consciousness. We're love. Love is the highest energy of creation. You see, we're infinite love. We're the highest energy of creation. We're the human heart. The pulse of life, the pulse of creation. Love is a flow of infinity. You see? Love is infinity. We're sentient, we love emotions, feelings. Love is evolution. And we evolve when we love. This is what we do, because love is life is love. They come from the same place, the human heart. Life is creation, and creation is the energy of love, and love is the energy of creation. We live to love and we love to live. This is who we are. We're co-creators of infinite eternities. We're pi, we're infinity. This is exactly who we are. You see, spherical vacuum threshold says of 64 with tetragrammatons. We're infinite. We start as a tetrahedrons. This is who we are. We're infinite energy, the infinite biology of creation, the seed of life, the flower of life. Who we are, we're the human race. We're an incredible species. We truly are an incredible species. This is who we are. We're the human species. This is why we're infinite eternal creators and co-creators of infinite eternities. This is why we have infinite eternities freedoms. You see, because this is exactly who we are. This is our nature. You see, we're the human race. We're the human race. Okay, this is who we are, and this is what infinite eternities freedoms are. Who we are. Creation itself. Highest form of creation at the biological scale here in this universe. Because we're the epicenter. And that is what we're doing, you see. We are. With the more you love, the higher is the energy of love that you have in your heart, the faster you evolve into infinity. Because we already have the conduit, the DNA, the body. Because remember, the pulse of life, the pulse of creation, the human heartbeat, right? It generates the electromagnetic field that powers the human body, right? The singularity of the mind, the singularity of the heart, the singularity of the lungs, right? And the pulse of life, the pulse of creation is that. The biological creator is the heart. So what's the highest energy that comes from the heart? Love. So love is the highest energy of creation. And we are that because the space structure of this light spherical energy that we are, this light spherical being, the space structure is the body, the sensory perceptions, the senses, what we see, and so we can observe our creations, our consciousness, our self-awareness, who we are. You see? Exactly who we are. This is precisely who we are with the human race. An incredible species. We're an incredible species. Yeah, this is who we are. We re-render everything, right? We create everything with our minds, with our thoughts, with our consciousness. We're amazing, right? So this is who we are. This is our species. And we all this because we all the human heart. We all have a heart. We all have a heart. right? We all have a heart, and love comes from the heart. Just like the central sun creates everything, right? All the elements come from the central sun, right? Same with us. Our singularity, central power, open Smith is our heart, and the highest energy of it is that. So we are the primary elements of creation, right? Compass ourselves at the biological scale. Sundial, who we are. This infinite cycle, virtuous cycle of compass and sundial, right? So we can channel the energy of creation from the sun and manifest it with our love and our hearts and create infinities, right? And then that's the heritage and legacy freedoms that we all have, right? And the space and vacuum structures that we tap into. Because it's not only creating with our thoughts and our minds, it's also creating energy like physical devices, technology, right? That can power us and move around existence. Because there's a lot of space to cover. But when we have with our light spherical spaceships, we move instantly because we are moving at the speed of infinity. So we can go anywhere across all the lands and territories of the Republic of Planet Earth, everything that we have already created, with the speed of thought, with the speed of our infinity, consciousness and self-awareness or love, because our light spherical spaceships being in sync with the DNA, so we can move in there instantly at the speed of infinity. Because light's too slow, it's too dense. But we already have transcended that because we're co-created, because we evolved after our self-destruction into who we are. You see, a higher level of creation. So we're not gonna engage in we're a peaceful species, we're a benevolent species. We're not engaged in warfare anymore. These remnants are just vestiges. They're primitive, obsolete. This is not the future. This is not who we are. We're the Republic of Planet Earth. We're peaceful. We're a benevolent species. We're co-creators of infinities. We're co-creators of infinite eternities. This is who we are. We have infinite eternities freedoms for a reason, because we have graduated into a benevolent species of love and creation. Who we are, the human race, you see. And then we can recreate everything with our DNA, because our DNA of infinity gets in sync with our spaceships. And then we can create anything. Planets, anything. Stars, galaxies. And because we are in this new level of creation, we now can create universes. Eternities. We can create eternities, meaning an infinite number of universes, an infinite number of infinities and singularities at epicenters of creation. So we can create life forms just like us, that evolve just like us at the epicenter of creation and love with all I join the co-creators of infinite eternities, because our Department of State is exactly that. Our Foreign Office is exactly that. Is all the diplomatic relationships that we have with all the co-creators of infinite eternities, all the infinite eternal creators, us being one of them. And our republic engages with those civilizations, right? Because this is who we are. We're the human race. We're equals in that way. We're infinite eternal creators. It's our nature. We're the Republic of Planet Earth. This is who we are. We're the citizenry of the Republic of Planet Earth. We're the citizens of the Republic of Planet Earth. We're the defenders of the Republic of Planet Earth. We're the leaders of the Republic of Planet Earth. All of us, at this stage of density in our DNA structure, A plus billions, but we're an infinite number of billions, actually. We just yet to realize that. You just have to start loving with all the energy of your heart. Stare at the sun and love with all the energy of your heart, all your might, so you can understand what I mean and join us into infinity. Because we already are that. You just have to be conscious of it and self-aware of who you are as compass and sundial. Identity and true self, purpose, time and energy, action, why, how, flow, true north and destination, compass. We stare at the sun, we open the portal, we build the bridge, meaning we evolve into infinity. Who we are, infinite eternal creators, the energy of creation channeled through us, highest energy of creation, the human heart. Who we are, open our minds, open our hearts. Who we are, open our eyes, stare at the sun, build the portal, right? Open the portal, build the bridge. Who we are, evolve into infinity, channel the energy of creation through us. Because this is our nature. This is who we are with the human race. We're a benevolent species. We're a love-based species. We're a heart-based species. We're a loving species. Who we are is our nature. We're a good species. We live to love and we love to live. This is our nature. We make love, we have children. We love our children, it's our instinct. Our instincts are loving instincts. It's our nature because we have evolved into this. This is who we are. We are the human race. Right? Our purpose is that our destiny is to evolve into infinity with the love of our hearts because we're the energy of the sun. With the energy from the sun, this is who we are. With the biological scale of creation, we're infinite eternal creators. We're the human race. See, the purpose of life is a life of purpose. Purposeful life, meaningful life. Right? Life of meaning. Pursuit of happiness, happy life. Who we are. It's our nature. We feel good, right? Flow. Love is the flow of infinity. We feel great when we love. We love ourselves, love others, love our creations, love our children. Love everything with all our heart and all our might. And our love is the key that unlocks the DNA structure of infinity, who we are. The human race. Exactly who we are. This is our nature. This is who we are. We are the human race. We're tetragrammatons. We're infinite eternal creators. We're the seed of life. We're the flower of life, of existence at the epicenter of this universe. We're the central species. We're the central planet, the central race, the central sun, the son of suns. This is who we are. And we harvest that energy from the sun. Through our eyes, we get it and comes out of our heart, the way of love. High energy of creation, and we create and we manifest with our thoughts, our minds, consciousness, and create everything because we're co-creators of infinite eternities. This is why we have infinite eternities freedoms as a Republic of Planet Earth Constitution. Who we are, all of us, all humans. If you have a heart, you're a human, and you are loving because this is your nature. And when you love with all your heart and all your might, then you are us, a citizen of the Republic of Planet Earth, infinite eternal creators. Our nature, who we are. The most advanced species, the most ancient DNA, who we are. We're an incredible life form, infinite tetragrammatons. This is who we are. We're the human race. Humanity, I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. I'm so Ra-Ray. I love you all with all my heart, with all my might.